Welcome back to the Infinifactory series. We are on resource site 338.11 on the puzzle Terrestrial Surveyor. So let's go ahead and do the blank solution. So what we've got here is a little treaded tank that's got a sensor on top. Now what we've got to work with in terms of pieces, the sensor block, which we'll need one of. Then we've got a set of center blocks that we'll need, and then over here we've got the tank treads. So let's go ahead into the finished solution and I'll show you how I put it together. Okay, this is the finished solution. What we've got going on here is a count and sort. I'm counting out 4 blocks that we need for the center portion. Then they are then being sent down conveyors and stacked using gravity, so that we've got a 3x1 with a 1x1 on top of the middle. And then once it senses that it's done, it releases it with this blocker here and sends it down the way. Thankfully it's already in the correct orientation, so I don't need to rotate it. It comes down the line and it then waits for a sensor unit to come down the line and get dropped in on top of it. Now what I've got going on here is I've actually got this welder on another actuator. And the way it's working is that I've got it temporarily sensing the sensor block that's coming in. It's dropping it and passing that sensor and triggering this pusher block to pop out real quick, weld the top portion together, and then since it's dropped down one space, it no longer detects it and it retracts back. So that freeing the path up for it to keep moving forward. Now it then gets inserted here into the final welding station where I'm putting the tank treads on. I've got a couple blockers holding in a spot so no piece can move forward without the other. And then over here I've got the tank treads that are being put together. It's just a 3x1. This 4th blocker here is actually I don't even have it hooked up. I was gonna rig it as a to keep the production line clean of extra blocks, but I didn't need it. So yeah, it's orientating them correctly and then welding them, and it's sending one this direction and the other is getting pushed around and up across the lifter so that it can go across the top. And there's nothing really holding it in place. It is just timed in such a way that it falls directly onto the trail that the center unit is coming in on, right after the middle has passed through. So once it senses all the pieces are in position, it removes the blocker pieces and it moves it forward and onto a lifter, triggers a sensor, pushes it forward into the final spot. So let's go ahead and turn it on. See, the tank treads are getting pushed into position, oriented, and then welded. Now it's waiting for the second tread to come by. They're getting separated. One goes up, one goes down. You can see that timing is just perfect where that center unit gets in there. And let's go over here. You see those blocks falling into place, forming the center. Pushed around. Waiting, getting welded, and dropped into place here in the center. So I've actually got a couple of miscellaneous pipes going nowhere that I can probably remove, but So that's really all there is to this puzzle. There's really not much on the sensor line to take a look at. I've just got the line being closed off once one piece comes out. Any additional ones get thrown off just in case. Because when you're using blocker or pieces, the assembly line can sometimes spit out more than 1 or 2. So anything that above 1 will just get pushed off into space. So, and that's it.